Okay, we have snake here, and you can find out what you have by clicking on it and then going down there and click build in, click build out, and it shows nothing. I can add something if I want to at that time. I can add the disappear. I wouldn't do that, but then that's your call. If the word was disappear, that'd be a great one to have. I can see what order it is. I can click on the S and see what I have there. Nothing on the build out. And that little red triangle down there tells me that I have motion on there, some type of an action. If I click on the letter, it just makes the text box come. If I click on the triangle, now you see snake. I have nothing on that one. So let's see what we can do here. And I'm going to apologize in advance. I've done this before, and it works great when I export it to a QuickTime movie. It has to be the screenium because I've never had any trouble with it before, because what I'm trying to do is make this slither like a snake. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be close. Now what I do is I option click on that solid red line, and then I drag. Put the hand on there. And you can do this with the tab too, but put the hand on there, click, option click, and you see that little pin come, drag it down. Hand, option click. Be patient with things. Some of those aren't real big. You can make things bigger. You can make the duration longer. And then you're going to have to click on back here, and it'll show. And this, it goes and it stops. And I'd like to get that stop out of there. So I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to take none on that action, and it took all the action away from the snake. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to put move on there again. And there's my straight line. I'm going to click on that solid red triangle, and I'm just going to start dragging it out. And you'll see that red line and then a yellow line shows up from time to time. As long as I'm straight, the yellow line is there. It helps line me up. If I don't stay in there, then I don't have that. Now I'm going to go back. I've got the solid line, option click, drag. What this is going to do is it's going to take the stop out of that action. It's still not going to be perfect, but you know, when you're dealing with kindergartners, first graders, they love it. And you can make it a little longer. And again, click on the slide in the inspector, and there's your motion. I can click on these triangles, make them a little longer, and there you see the slithering snake. And I have 7 effects on that particular slide there. That's number 7 right there that I'm working on. I can change the order by clicking on the number and moving it too. And you can just kind of play with it and see what works best for you. And most of the time, and I'll talk about this more later on, I export it as a QuickTime movie to our server. And here you see Eagle, and I'll click on the EA. I put this in pieces, the EA and then the G, and I just check to see what I had on that Eagle. I have nothing on that EA. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to open Apple A or select all, then I'm going to go up to the top and click group. Now all 3 of those boxes are grouped. Now I can move them and just have some fun. At one point in time, education, we all enjoyed learning, we all enjoyed creating things to learn, and I think sometimes we've taken that out. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see the 2 little white lines going out, and I'll talk about that a little later in more depth. I'm just going to drag it down. And when you don't have screenium on, things work much faster. Now see that's white, I click on that white circle and I start to move it. And that'll change the dynamics or the shape of my arch. Now if I go out, I'll pull that line out. and it'll pull the circle out. Do the same thing over here, and you can make the eagle swoop, and you come up here, and I'm going to straighten that out just a little bit because it's kind of got a hook on it. There, that's not too bad. There's my straight line, and I'm just going to drag it on up like the eagle's flying off into the sunset. I'm going to change the duration. The problem with this particular one, guys, is it's a two-part thing, so it's going to stop. And there's your path. You can change your path if you'd like to by clicking on it, and then you can see there. And there's the second part. And I'm doing that with the tab button this time rather than the hand. Now I can click back on the eagle. And I'm going to head up to the ungroup. If I don't like that, I can ungroup them, but when I do that, I take my effects away too. It doesn't take much time to put them back in. Come back and regroup it. If you want to make it opacity, you want to rotate the word. This time I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to click on there, drag it. I'm going to go up and out, which is just another movement, another direction you can go. And you still see that white line there that would let you change the dynamics of that line. And then, of course, that's how it would work. Always want to remember to change your duration. When I'm making presentations, that's one thing I sometimes forget to do. I'm going to go to Photo, go down to my file folder that I have here. Because I have an eagle picture in here, I just got to get to that file. Double click on that, open it up. And let's find the eagle. Okay, it wasn't down, let's go up. And there's my eagle. I'm going to click on it and drag. Now I can change that, move it around a little bit. It's what I was doing. Now I can add motion to the picture. And there you see the red line. I can take it up and around. And check your inspector. It'll kind of show you how things are going to happen. So now my eagle's actually flying. Or soaring, if you want to use that word. You could make the eagle soar if that's what you want to do with it. Go back to media. I'm going to go up here to audio. I pulled off freeplay.net a song called Xenophobia. And I'm finding it now. It's a little 30-second blurb there. And I'm going to bring it in. And if you click on the word, nothing's going to happen. And you might get a little frustrated. Remember to click on the symbol and bring it over. And you'll see the speaker symbol there. That will not be there when you run your presentation. It's just there